for losing to you, bro. How that sound?
Yeah, handsome.
That was the last match. That's why you saying that.
It wasn't the last match, bro.
Okay, relax.
Bro, he beat me 4 straight, bro.
He's a liar.
Watch football.
I'm lying now.
Watch daddy go to work, man.
He just don't want. He just scared of y'all.
I had 2 matches back.
That's what I'm gonna need you to do. Come. That's what I'm gonna need you to do, Papa. I need you to play football. I need you to play football and hit everybody.
Man got off. That was a good. Alright, niggas 4 straight.
And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang.
It's alright, bro. It's alright. Somebody's gonna avenge my death.
Discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot.
Nah,
right
no,
out
no.
of the
He was
gate.
out there with Beerus and Gohan, all of the niggas, bro. Word.
See, now I know you're exaggerating, bro. The niggas I beat you with was Frieza, Cell,
scrimmage again, the 25.
And then you also beat me with Beerus and fucking
my nigga Chucky was out there at work.
Oh right, and then you also beat me with Beerus and all of them other niggas. Come on, look at this, bro. You just named now 6 characters you done beat me with. That's 2 different teams, bro.
Another scouting report on him is that he demonstrated high discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read,
Y'all
react,
niggas catch him when I catch him, man.
But now he looks like one of those guys.
Yeah, we played 37 matches. I only had 7 wins.
Listen to the story. Listen to that. How did Shady ever even get 7 wins? Let's think about that. Let's think about that.
He had 30, my nigga. It was spread it out.
He must be stopped. He must be stopped.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
Y'all could be next. Y'all could be next. You just stop him now.
Exactly right. 3rd down, you gotta
Yo, Smitty, did I not beat that nigga Michael Fresh? The same nigga. Did I not beat him last year in the playoffs, bro? Did I not kick him out the playoffs? The fuck out of here talking about only way I could beat him is with coaching. I'm like, so in no noobs I didn't beat you? Fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. You sound dumb and salty over a fucking loss. This is pussy.
Damn, bro.
Nah, straight up, bro. Yeah, son. Niggas just want to fucking cry over losses, my nigga. Like, man the fuck up. It's a video game.
54 yards, well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
I always start laughing at that part. My nigga E-Pennis out here trying to take ice out the people because he took 7 wins, bro. What the fuck? So I'm limited to 2 wins. I'm limited to 2 wins and that's it.
No, you're not even allowed to get that.
I don't know how that.
You gotta get stopped, bro.
I gotta be stopped.
Bro, you supposed to be losing.
And he cuts it out to the sideline.
I'm just be losing over.
Big time play for the Texans.
I was practicing all day yesterday.
46 yards on the ground.
Nope.
And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your timing and your tempo. When you hold them together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Evades him at the 10, and down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better
now you know he lying.
I was red. I was red the other day, bro. My shit never stopped.
Get him on the move. A lot of times he'll just run past you in the initial play.
Color in your TV set. There's only pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and white, bro. That's the only colors, bro.
The intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's no red, bro. Right, he might have been orange, bro, but he wasn't orange enough to
He's not hurried, he's not hit, and somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points. Go by the wayside on that one.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
When you decimate my character.
He'll look to throw. That is
Shit.
Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Why don't you give him the rest of that?
Out is the kickoff unit as they
So make him another 2 ounces then.
away.
Because obviously he's hungry.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs. So
He's a sad fucking puppy, boy.
Tell you. To try and get you to the Super Bowl.
Just can't fucking take a loss, my nigga. Grown ass man can't take a virtual video fucking game loss. Like, come on.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure
okay, Romeo. Okay.
They're not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Wow. I mean, you're taking some of the game shooter, bro.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point.
I should have.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the right side, this is Miller. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now here come the Raiders. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Throwing is Newton. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Copeland. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
All right, I just woke up, so...
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Let me know. Let me know.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw now on first down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the end zone, Newton. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still, a lot of guys.
He's got him in. Complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Forbath for the extra point. Forbath, the extra point. And we've got a tie game here and a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's Newton. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. To throw is Newton. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Newton on third and goal. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Raiders have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
I'm going to say...
Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to fire one deep over the... It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Fighting through pressure. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Wow. I'm looking at
Yeah, you stupid. That's how you be accurate?
They'll set up a throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull.
And got his man complete. 30. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play that time for the Raiders. 77 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Newton. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll drop the throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Do something. 20.
Now Newton. On the slant, and gets it to Gronkowski. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
It's so interesting.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Forbath will put this one through. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Now that's the way to start the 2nd half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Newton. He sets to fire deep. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, 61 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. And he'll bang that one through. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they
rush coming, and he's taken down. To here, Whitehead. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, Newton. Going deep here for Bryant. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Newton to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big. That's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
3rd and long. It's Newton. They dump it off to Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Miller. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back now in the East Bay. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Gun.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
He'll get this one to Switzer, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Miller. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Gun. Hey. Great.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Give him 30 yards there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Newton. Forced Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when opposed to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge.
Oh, man.
Play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team.
That is Gruden grind.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It finds his target, Fuller. And now before
Yo, my nigga, you can't come back. What's the point of calling timeouts? Remind me.
With 17 seconds to
I
go
try to
in the
score a
game.
touchdown before the game over. That's cute.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Come in. Come in. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, Mr. Quarterback. Mr. Quarterback, let me talk to you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defense.
Let's go. 2 W's back-to-back, baby.
Points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them.
There's no fake, I swear.
Much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Oakland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
Fucking
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.